Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen from Team Deberoo, and in this video we are going to review HilltopAds for their push notification traffic. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are at the homepage of HilltopAds, and in today's video we are going to review their push ads platform. Alright, so we're going to start at the homepage, see if we can get some more information on the traffic that they have, the geos that they're active in, and maybe even some verticals that work best with HilltopAds. And then we're going to take a look at the inside of HilltopAds and see if we can create a push notification campaign. So let's dive straight in. Here we are at the homepage of HilltopAds, easy self-service platform for advertisers. Alright, let's see if we can get some more information. CPM and CPA per request, traffic from direct publishers, advanced targeting, no blocked impressions, real-time detailed statistics, eCPM real-time optimization, self-service for advertisers, 24/7 qualified support, custom solutions for valued partners, own advertiser solution, ad networks, rotation for publishers, and no financial transaction fees. Alright. Let's go to the tab ad formats and see what else they have available besides their push traffic. So we have the push notification, the video ads, native ads, pops, direct links, and display banners. Alright, and push notification is actually one of the newest ad formats of HilltopAds. New but already successful digital ad format is added to our inventory. Push notification provide high conversion by being displayed as alerts. Alright. Cool. So for the pop, they have pop under and pop over. Alright. Let's go to the advertisers tab, see if we can get some insights on the geos that they're active in and maybe even some specific verticals. Top traffic geos with best rates. So on desktop we can see Japan, Russia, Poland, Turkey, Italy, Japan, Netherlands. Alright, so quite some. Oh, they also have a traffic estimator, which is quite nice, which will take us to the inside of HilltopAds, so that's very nice. So let's actually take a look at their dashboard and at the inside. So we have the estimation tool. So let's say, okay, so push is not in here, but let's say we want some insights on the regular banner traffic. Non-mainstream direct, sure, and then let's just do one geo like the United States, for example, and let's press estimate. Alright, so right here we can see what amounts of traffic they have available and what the average costs are. So right here we can see the bid going up from starting at 10 cents all the way to 26 cents. And we can also see the amount of impressions that you can expect with that specific bid. Right? So you get quite some good insights in what kind of traffic they have and what kind of prices you need to bid to receive that traffic. All right. Now let's go to the campaign settings and let's actually see if we can create a push notification campaign. So we're going to click on Add Campaign. All right. First up is the status. So when this is turned on like this, that will mean that it starts to spend your budget. Basically, it starts to receive traffic as soon as your ads have been approved by the management team. If this is turned off, it will stay paused until you activate it yourself. Okay, very important. Then we have the ad format, of course. So we're going to go with push notifications. And then immediately we need to make the difference between push notification desktop and mobile. So I'm going to start with push notification mobile, but if at some point you want to scale and combine both mobile and desktop together, then it is not possible to do that inside one campaign. So then you would need to either duplicate it or recreate it for the push notifications on desktop as well, if you want to scale it that way. All right. So there's no way to get all the push notifications on both desktop and mobile together in one campaign, but instead you can duplicate your campaign or recreate it. Cool. Then we have the type. This is the bidding type. So we have CPM, cost per mile, so the cost per 1,000 impressions. And we have CPC, the cost per click. If you are a more experienced affiliate marketer or media buyer, you might want to go with CPC with the right techniques. However, if you're a beginner or you don't know that much about online media buying yet, then I recommend you to start out with CPM. Okay? Then we have the traffic channels. So we have non-mainstream and mainstream. All right? We're going to go with mainstream. You can also do both if you want. Obviously, if you have like an adult offer or something like that, then you wouldn't go with mainstream because they don't really like that. All right, and then we need to give our campaign a name as well. So I'm just going to call it Deberoo here, but I recommend you to give it a name with which you will recognize it. So either put the offer in there, maybe the affiliate network and or the geo. Put all the information in there that you need to be able to identify this campaign. Okay. Then we have the frequency cappings. So it's currently turned on at one display per 24 hours for the campaign. Okay, so you can also do it on a banner level, which is quite nice, which means that if you have multiple banners, then one user will only see your banner once every 24 hours. But a different banner of the same campaign, they can still receive those. All right, so that's quite nice that they have that option. Or you can just set it on campaign level, which means that they will only get one display per 24 hours for your whole campaign. So no matter which creative they receive, they only will receive only one notification per day, or two if you change this, of course, or the hours you can change that as well, of course. All right. Then we have the campaign targetings, starting with the geo. All right, so we can choose to include or exclude specific countries. Usually you would go with the include, especially if you just target one specific geo. However, if you have a worldwide offer and you want to do multiple geos, you could also say exclude specific countries. But we are going to include, and we're going to focus on the United States today. All right, United States, and the traffic volumes just disappeared, but maybe it will get back soon. Yeah, so right here it was still there. Let's see. All right, that's fine. Okay, next up is the browser. So we can choose to include or exclude specific browsers by just checking them. All right. So I'm going to turn this off at the start of my campaign, but as soon as I have enough data that tells me I should optimize on this level, then I can definitely use this campaign targeting to reach specific browsers that are proven to convert better for my specific offer. Then we have the operating system. So Windows, Mac operating system, iOS or Android. So you can once again choose to include or exclude. And the same goes for the device type. So we're going to include mobile/smartphone, and we're now going to target tablets right away. Then the mobile carriers, so we can include or exclude specific mobile carriers. For example, Verizon is probably one. There we go. So now we're just targeting Verizon users, or we could exclude the Verizon users. We're going to turn this off at the start, just like with the operating system. I need some data to start optimizing on the mobile carrier. And the same actually goes for the schedule, so the day, hour. So right here, you can select specific days and or specific hours on which you want to run or on which you do not want to run your campaign, okay? But once again, we need some data to see, okay, which hours are converting well, which days are converting well, and which are not performing that well, and we should turn those off, obviously. But we need quite some data before we can tell that, so I'm going to start with the day-hour filter turned off. Then we have the connection type, so 3G or Wi-Fi, so you can include them or exclude them, but you only have 2 options, so it doesn't really matter which way you go. But once again, we're gonna start out with the connection type filter turned off. So basically that means we're going to target both 3G and Wi-Fi, and as soon, once again, if I have enough data that tells me one of these two are performing a lot better than the other, then I can basically start filtering on it. And the IP range, so we can include or exclude specific IP addresses or IP ranges from our campaign. Okay, so you can fill those out right here. Then we have a tab More. So we have the IP user agent, the operating system version, and the brand mobile device, which we can also filter on, but we need to contact our manager before we can access these tools, all right? And you will find your manager right here, of course. Then we have the campaign limits. So we can set the limits for our campaigns based on impressions and or based on budget, okay? Personally, I always like to use with the budget function. I don't use the impression limit that often, but at least you also have the opportunity to filter or to limit on impressions. But we're going to work with a daily budget, so I'm going to turn the daily budget limit on, and I'm going to set it on, let's say, $100 US. We can also set a total budget limit right here. So basically fill in your budget limits. So for example, 2,000 and press update and perfect. All right, so we now have that total budget limit in there. But I always like to not set a total budget. I do have total budgets for my campaigns, but usually I just work with a daily budget and keep looking at the results. And then I'll keep track of the spend as well. So I will kill my campaign whenever it reaches my budget. Okay. Daily limits usage algorithm. So right here, basically you can say, how do you want your daily budget to be spent? Do you want HilltopAds to spend your daily budget as soon as possible, making sure you spend your complete daily budget, or do you want it spread evenly? The thing is with as soon as possible that, okay, maybe you have more chance on spending your complete budget. However, it's going to try to spend it as soon as possible. So it's very much possible that in the first, 10 hours of the day, you are spending all your budget, and in the other 14 hours, you don't have any daily budget left to spend. And what then happens is you will get a lot of data on those first hours of the day every day. But you don't get any data on the afternoon or the evening, all right? So to basically prevent that and to make sure that your data throughout the day is evenly spread and you'll get as much data in the first as well as in the last hour of the day, you can set it on evenly. So what evenly does is your daily budget is now being spread over a 24-hour period instead of trying to spend it all as soon as possible. All right, then we have the creatives upload. So we want to add a creative, a image first, and then we can probably also add our headlines and description, of course. So the image needs to be 192 by 192. So let's open up Canva to crop our images in the right size. And 192 by 192. I'm just gonna drop a picture in there. There we go. And we're gonna use that for this example. All right, drop that in there. Perfect. So we have this image right here, the icon basically. We can give our creative a name. I'm fine with push 1 for this one. The final destination URL. So this is going to be your campaign URL. All right, so HTTPS campaignurl.com. Then we have the title. So we have 30 characters for our headline, for our title. I'm just going to type headline 1 here. And for the description, we have 120 characters. Okay. So then we have the icon, but we already uploaded that. So let me try it again, but I don't think, yeah, nothing will happen. That's fine. And then we have the large image option as well. All right, so acceptable sizes 360 by 240, 720 by 480, or 1440 by 960. Okay, so we're going to open up Canva again, and we're going to do the 720 by, what was it? 480. Okay. Cool, so this is going to be the featured image basically. So let's just get another image in there. There we go. And we're going to drop that in here. So as you can see, we have the headline, the description, the URL. Push's example is this one, but obviously that will be the regular URL. Then we have the icon in the left top corner. And underneath that, the featured image, obviously a lot bigger than the icon. So the icon usually is something like a logo, something very small, or maybe an emoji, whatever. Something very small because it's going to be about this size, maybe even a bit smaller for some users. So you don't want a picture with full details because those will not be able to, the user will not be able to see that when it's on a smaller screen and everything is kind of a bit smaller. Then for the featured image, that one is a little bit bigger, so you have a little bit more to work with there. So it could have a couple details in there, and this image should be fine as well, right? So it's not as small as the icon. And then right here we have the CPM. So our traffic volumes doesn't give us any estimate. So we don't really know how much we would need to bid. But let me get the USA out of there for a second. All right, so right here you can see average impressions for $1 is 5.7 million. All right, so we can check our bid right here. So as you can see, you have the impressions and the conversion rate as well. All right, so the conversion rate goes up if you bid more. So that could be that you get a higher quality of traffic, but the amount of traffic kind of stays the same. So with the 50-cent bids, we have, what is it? 5.5 million? Am I seeing that right? Yeah, 5.5 million, and with the $1, it's 5.7. All right, so you get a little bit more reach, but not extremely a lot more. So for testing phase, I'm gonna start out with 0.5, and then as soon as I get some more data and I start the optimization process, and I see that my KPIs are going up, then I might want to increase that bit as well to tap into that higher quality traffic. Okay. So when you're done with your bids, all that leaves us to do is press the big blue button at the bottom, Add Campaign. Please specify one or more accepted countries. Okay, yeah, so we remove the United States, of course. Let's get that back in there. And then we click on Add Campaign. It's loading. And there we go. Awesome. So we have created our push ads campaign. So that is HilltopAds for you. And pretty nice platform if you ask me. It's very clear. It has a lot of options. For some specific targeting options, you do need to contact your manager first. Otherwise, you will not be able to use them, like the operating system version, but they do have the opportunity for you to also optimize and target on that. So as soon as you start generating some data and you want to basically start filtering on the operating system version, simply just contact your manager and see if they can enable it for you so you can optimize on that as well. But apart from that, there are a lot of targeting options as well, just regularly available to you. All right, so pretty nice platform overall. So yeah, that's HilltopAds for you. So that's going to be it for this one. But no worries, because as usual, there will be more to come. So keep an eye out on this channel as we will upload them right here, of course. And then I will catch you next time. Until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.